Virgin's new pricing model has been met with mixed reactions. Let's be honest, a lot of people are unhappy with it, but I found something of a hack that lets you get the best price on cabins while avoiding the greatest penalty that comes with that fare. Ahoy sailors, my name is Rob and I'm here to tackle Virgin voyages one topic at a time. Welcome to OVT. So I was a former advocate of Virgin's lock-it-in rate. I'll add a link to that episode at the end of this one. In short, if you get the lock-it-in rate on a sea terrace cabin, you do risk having a partially obstructed view, but that's not guaranteed to happen. And if you're looking for a deal, you really do get the best price on the ship with this rate. But with Virgin's new pricing model, what they call voyage fare choices, they've added a restriction that made me swear I'd never get the lock-it-in rate again until I figured out this little workaround. Unlike booking with the essential fare, where you get to make your dining reservations 45 days before sailing, with the new pricing model, anyone booking the lock-it-in rate now can't book the eateries until just 15 days before you're sailing. And that's a problem because the reservations do fill up quickly, and only getting access a month after most other sailors means it's almost guaranteed that they're going to be filled up in the app. So the alternative way that you get those reservations is pretty straightforward. Once you board the ship, you can head straight to Razzle Dazzle to see the host, and they will be able to book all of the eateries for you. But if you have a later embarkation time, guess what? Those openings also fill up, and you might get stuck with eating at restaurants that you're not as excited about, or at times that you're not happy with. So what's my hack? Well, first let me ask a question. Have you booked a Virgin cruise with the new pricing? Which fare option did you choose? I'm curious. Leave a comment below. And while we're paused, please take a second to hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of my future episodes, and to also let YouTube know that people like my content. Thank you in advance. Virgin offers something called the Splash of Romance package. Forget the name. It's really just a bundle that would be enjoyed by two friends as much as it would by a romantic couple. I'll include a link to my episode about that at the end. But in short, you get things like a free bottle of Moet champagne, a couple of 3-hour passes to the thermal suite in the spa, and a few other smaller perks. But the greatest perk, at least in the context of what we're talking about right now, is that you get to board the ship right after rock stars and sailors with status. And why is that important? Well, sure, you do get an extra maybe 2 or 3 hours added to your cruise, which is amazing. But being the first on board allows you to walk up to the host at Razzle Dazzle to make your reservations before 90% of the sailors board the ship. Meaning, you really should get first pick of all of the openings, and you should get to eat wherever you want and whenever you want. Before you book your lock-it-in rate, though, check to make sure Splash of Romance is available, because there are a limited number per sailing. The cost of Splash of Romance is $250 for your cabin. It's not per sailor. It's for the cabin. And the value is something that I still believe is really worthwhile. But does adding $250 to your overall booking still mean that you'll get the best price? Let's take a look at this example really quickly. I chose a random 6-day sailing through the Caribbean in late January. The cost of a regular sea terrace is $3,100 versus just over $2,600 for the lock-it-in rate. So even if you add $250 to this, you're still at a total of about $2,875, which is $225 less than booking a normal sea terrace. Again, if you're price conscious, this is a great approach. Now, I don't want to oversell this approach. There are some other challenges with the lock-it-in rate that you can see in more detail in my other episode. You may only be assigned your cabin a couple of days before you sail, and that's going to limit your ability to bid for upgrades, and you can't change your booking at all. It's locked in. Like I said, if price is a key driver for you, this little hack might be for you. For a bit more detail, check out these episodes for Splash of Romance and for my original insights on the lock-it-in rate. Well, that's how to make the new lock-it-in rate work for you, and that's my one Virgin topic for today. Do you have any questions? Are there any topics that you'd like to hear about? Leave me a message below. And until next time, ahoy sailor.